What's going on, champs and chambits? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, I'll be showcasing all of the free Winterfest 2023 rewards that you'll be able to obtain in the game, such as 2 free skins and some other cosmetics. I'll also be showcasing all of the quests, how many levels you can go up with the LEGO versions of the 3 rewards, and everything else look like. So we have a very jam-packed episode for today's video, and of course, if you enjoyed it, consider dropping a like down below to show your support for the channel. Now to start this off, of course, in the quest menu, we have a lot of quests to actually showcase to you guys, but the most important thing is the free bonus reward for completing quests. When you complete 19 of these Winterfest quests, you'll actually get this pickaxe right here, which is the Snow Globe Smasher, entirely for free as a little bit of a bonus. You can hear it has a little bit of like a holiday hit effect, you know, as if you would hit it with a snow globe normally. It's got a nice little like snow globe, little like star snowflake glitter pattern going on inside of it, and it is a free reward for you to actually obtain. And then if you play the Shipet Express LTM, because yes, LTMs are finally returning, you'll get 1 entire level up for free added to your account. Now, there are a lot of quests to actually go through for you here in this whole entire section, but to kind of summarize it real quickly to you guys, if you do every single Winterfest 2023 quest, you'll be able, including that level up token for playing one of the LTM matches, to gain a total of 7.2 levels, which is a pretty decent bump to whatever your current level is. For Shipet Express, we have a lot of very interesting challenges specifically for that LTM, such as collect an item that was inside of a present thrown by Sergeant Winners, and then you're going to be able to complete that quest. There's another one to destroy hacked Shipet Express drones over at hotspots, because if you notice, the hotspot drones are actually the Shipet Express drones. There's one to actually visit different Shipet Express locations. You have this area right here, this area right here, and then in the bottom right of the map you have that one right there. So nothing really in the top right in the snowy area for the Shipet Express spots, but you do have 3 areas you're able to view towards the bottom of the map. You have deliver packages to the rightful location. Now for this one, I'm not for sure exactly what you have to deliver. Maybe you just have to throw a random item out there over there in that area, or just visit them, not exactly too sure. But seeing how we have, a location for one spot to another, I wouldn't be surprised if you have to go to one of these spots, they'll have the gift, and then you have to go over to the other spot, and it will be a little interaction area where you're able to drop off the present or whatever else. But of course, 3 different areas to actually gain some more challenge XP. We have one right here to investigate stolen present stashes. You have it one in like 5 of the main little POI areas right here, all around the map this time around, and you only have to go to 3 of the 5, so if you really wanted to complete it like super quickly, you could go over here, go over here, and even right here you got 2 back to back. I don't know if that would count as 2 different locations, or if it would count as 1, but there are a lot more on the right side for you to actually go visit. We have to use a sneaky Snowmando prop disguise near Krampus and his present stashes, which Krampus will be all the way down here in the bottom right of the map. There's another one to deploy a beacon at Krampus's present stash, which will be down there in the bottom right of the map as well. One to place festive snow creatures over on the right side. These are little like cardboard cutouts of creatures, I'm pretty sure, or it's a little plushy mesh or whatever else, but you just have to place them down over on the edge of the map and you're good there. We have another one to visit Crackshot's cabin when a floating loot island appears in the game. I'm not entirely sure where Crackshot's cabin is, and whenever you click it, it doesn't tell you on the map where it will be, but we do know that if we click on this top quest or whatever, where it mentions Sergeant Winter, there will be a POI that rifts in and will be floating in the air over here in the top middle of the map, so that is something to keep in mind. Maybe that's where Crackshot's cabin would be, but then again, I haven't really explored the Battle Royale Island too much in the snowy biome, so just keep that in mind. We also have a challenge here to emote with Holiday Boxy or Sergeant Winter. Holiday Boxy is one of the free skins for this Winterfest 2023 event, which will be down here in the bottom left, but Sergeant Winters will of course be all the way up there in the top middle of the island, and you will be able to actually interact with him, and let's just hope and pray he doesn't ask you to go ahead and get some daily bonus XP. We have to help eliminate Krampus to save Winterfest down here in the bottom right to, stop Krampus's operation, and then we have to talk to Holiday Boxy about the stolen boxes. Now, of course, all these quests are kind of mixed and match all between here, because I activated every single stage so you can see all the stages in this video, instead of just seeing stage 1 or stage 2. Now for the normal Winterfest quests that aren't up there in that snapshot category, we have these. Land from the bus at Winterberg, which will be that POI location, and finish in the top 20 players. We have one to travel a total of 50 meters while sliding continuously with icy feet. You'll be able to use snowman floppers and all that type of stuff to actually equip and do this. We have one to travel 200 meters in the air while using the icy grappler, because yes, the icy grappler is also going to be returning. We have one to talk to the different NPCs on the island to actually receive receive some free items, and this is a great way to see all the different NPC spawn locations. We have one to assist in searching Winterfest present containers found around the map. You know, there's 5 different locations you can go to, including that Winterberg location all the way on the top that will actually be added to the map as we get Winterfest actually enabled. We have one to consume snowy floppers or hide and sneaky snowmandos 3 times. You don't have to do this in a different game, you can do it in the same match, which is really nice. Another one to emote on a dance floor. There's 2 locations, one over here in like the Risky Rills area or whatever that actual place is called, and then one all the way up here on the top right of the map, so you know that's where those dance pads are for if you manage to accidentally see one if you're ever in replay mode, so keep that in mind. We have one to light off 1 firework in any of these locations. You know, they're all around the map, and it's kind of, you know, to hype up New Year's during the Winterfest period, and that is why they have kind of these fireworks all over the place. Another one to actually hit opponents with snowballs from a snowball launcher. You have 4 stages of this, capping out at 30 snowball hits. We have one down here to land in the snowy region in different matches, so you know on the top right. This will cap out at doing it in 8 matches, and then every 2 matches you do before the 8 is completed will give you 15,000 XP. We have one to deal damage to opponents while in the snowy region biome, and this is going to cap at 2,500 damage. So there's definitely probably going to be a lot more people landing on the top right of the map in order to get that challenge done. And then finally, we have one challenge here for dealing damage to players with thrown items in the Shipet Express LTM. This challenge right here is the only event, you know, LTM exclusive challenge we have. But to simply explain this one, basically the Shipet Express LTM is going to be a remastered version of the Catch LTM from a long time ago. So this will be basically why you have to deal damage with thrown items. You'll be able to find stuff like the mythic goldfish. You'll be able to find a lot of stuff in that mode to actually throw it out there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how easy or how hard this challenge is going to be for some people. But with that said, you've already seen all the rewards, you've seen all the challenges and XP gain and everything else. So now it's time to actually go ahead and talk about all the other free rewards you'll be able to get from Winterfest. This time around, the Winterfest cabin is not returning, and instead they're doing a quest-based system. What that means is that during the 14 days, you'll be able to play 1 match to gain a free reward each day, and it's very linear where you're guaranteed a certain reward for each day. Even if you're someone who wants to go ahead and pick your own reward, you can't really do that. You kind of got to go with the flow and wait for the reward to actually be given to you. And it all starts off on day 1 when you play your first match, and you'll be granted this backbling right here, which is the Glorious Gift Blade. This one actually has a bonus for Fortnite crew members, which is the gilded variant right here. So if you're a part of the Fortnite crew, you'll be able to get this gold version, and if you're not a part of the Fortnite crew but you own December 2023's crew pack, you will also be able to get this version of the back bling for free without having to worry about anything like, oh, do I have to renew my crew just to get this variant? And then of course everyone, regardless of if you're in the crew or not, will get this normal version of the back bling just for playing 1 match on day 1. The day 2 reward is actually going to be an old emoticon that we haven't seen added or, you know, released for the longest time, which is GG Chilled. As you can see down below, it was released in Chapter 3 Season 2 apparently, even though it was never actually given out, so it's interesting to see them give us these older rewards. For playing a match on day 3, you will be able to obtain the Holiday Boxy skin right here, and I'll go ahead and dequip the back bling real quick so you can see the skin, you know, the front view, the back view, the whole entire design of the skin and everything else. You can see how the face looks and everything with it, and this is going to be one of the 2 different free rewards you're able to obtain. Now, if we go over here to the Lego mode right now, you'll be able to see what the Lego version of the outfit actually looks like, and I do think it's very neat to see how we are able to actually get all these different styles and get a very Lego-y aesthetic with all of the new cosmetics that released not even during this update, but every update in the future, which just kind of adds to the uniqueness flair when it comes to all of these different cosmetics. But of course, this is going to be your day 3 reward. Now, let's say, for example, you don't play day 2, you don't play day 1. Are you locked out of day 1 and day 2? Are you only going to be able to get the skin? No, how they're actually going to do it this year, even though it's a very linear progress where you can only get this skin after day 3 has happened, you will be able to still get this skin and you'll be able to get the other rewards regardless, as long as Winterfest is still going on. How it'll work is basically like this. If, let's say, for example, scenario here, you haven't claimed any of the rewards, but this skin is now released for today. You'll have to play 3 games in order to get all 3 of the rewards. Your first game you play, you'll get the day 1 reward. The second game you play, you'll get the day 2 reward. And then the third day you play, you'll get the actual day 3 reward, or I guess third game you play. So it's basically just, let's say, you know, for example, you don't go for any of the 14 days, you log in on the final day and you want to get all the freebies before they're gone. You'll have to play around around 14 games, unless Epic Games changes it last minute, in order to get all of the rewards because of how they do the quest-based system. So just keep that in mind as the quests actually release and as Winterfest begins. That is how it's most likely going to go. Now, there is a chance, however, that actual check for each day is gone in the future, once the actual quests come out. So, for example, the alternative scenario or whatever else is that you log in on day 3, you play one game, and you get all 3 days of rewards from that one game instead of having to, go ahead and play 3 games individually. So just keep that in mind as we talk about all of this. You are still fine to miss days. It's just very linear this time around, and we don't have the Winterfest cabin. Your 4th reward is going to be this Snowfaller contrail right here, which I do think is very nice. It's got a nice aesthetic. It definitely matches one of the new skins we got from the actual update itself. The one that was kind of like, the snow head, or I guess like the sun head and the hoodie and everything else, definitely would match his winter variant. Now, we're going to go back to more of those older rewards we haven't seen in forever, because we have on day 5 a banner icon being granted to us, which is actually this Slurpco banner right here. For some reason, it's currently in the special tab, which is reserved for, like save the world banners and all that type of stuff, but it is a banner that you'll be able to obtain for free and use once Winterfest actually begins. This was added to the files in Chapter 4 Season 3, so it's very interesting to see it actually make its way back and being released all the way now, as far as it's been, how many chapters and seasons and that type of stuff it's been. But of course, this is kind of what Epic Games is doing right now, is kind of going ahead and giving us some of those old rewards that have just sat in the files forever as freebies for Winterfest. Now, next up for day 6, you'll be able to get a free glider right here, which this is actually related to one of the upcoming item shop cosmetics. This is the Elite Servo glider, which is like a golden version of Archetype's glider. Now, Archetype is going to be getting a golden skin as well that'll be released in the item shop, but it is nice to see that they have this as a little bit of a freebie, so most likely that skin will be releasing on the exact same day. And then for day 7 here, yeah, I'm making sure I'm counting this properly. On day 7, we will be getting ourselves a free Bushy Bright wrap right here, which is both animated and reactive. Now, if we actually go over here and trigger the weapon, you can see that the reactivity is the little lights flashing on the weapon itself, which I do think is a very cool thing. And then, of course, if you're not actually shooting the weapon right away, it will still have the little lights flickering on and off here and there. And then even, for example, if we go on the boat, you can see another design of it. You can see, for example, those little lights flickering and everything. And if we trigger the vehicle, you can see all the lights flashing up all over the vehicle right there. But overall, a pretty decent wrap to get entirely for free. And then we're going back to the past once again for another one of the free rewards, which is the Blocko emoticon, or I guess spray right here. This was introduced to the files back in Chapter 3 Season 2, and they've decided to make this one of the free rewards for Winterfest 2023 that you'll be able to obtain by playing and, claiming 8 days of actual gifts. And then on the 9th day, we actually get ourselves a free music pack. Now, this is something that you may have heard when we actually did our showcase video at the start of this actual update, and it's the Winterfest Wish music pack right here, which I'll go ahead and kind of keep playing in the background for you guys. It has a lot of singing, right? In my opinion, in my mental head, I've been calling this the Fortnite's Mariah Carey music pack because of how it just kind of sounds and everything else, but it is a very Winterfest themed thing to actually see them put in the game. On day 9, actually, wait, hold on, day 10, my bad, there's a lot of rewards I kind of have just listed over on my other monitor. We have the Perfect Pivot glider right here you'll be able to obtain for free, so we get 2 free gliders this time around. Now, the actual skin sets that are a part of these different gliders are going to be sold in the item shop, but it is at least nice to see how they're actually going to give us some new cosmetics, to use, that even though they're kind of like these little reskins here and there, still look pretty cool. I mean, the gold definitely can match with some skins, and if you manage to find a skin that has like the kind of camo-y effect, the red effect, and the gold, you got yourself a pretty sick combo right there. For the second wrap that you'll be able to obtain for free from Winterfest 2023, which will be our 11th reward, I think? 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah, our 11th reward is going to be the Winterfest Flurry wrap right here, which is an animated snow globy themed wrap that I really like, just because it gives off a really cool snow globe type of effect going on there. And if, for example, we show it on the actual boat, it looks pretty clean. And I mean, the snowman looks goofy on the boat. And as you can see, as you kind of like zoom in and out, the actual effect, or is that just a weird locker bug? Hold on, wait, I want to zoom in on the other thing. Okay, that might be a weird locker bug with the boat for some reason, where when you zoom in, it's like the back gets squished or something. But of course, it is a nice little theme you could have there. Now, for our 12th reward, you're actually going to be able to get the second free skin of Winterfest 2023, which is the Winterfest Bushranger, which has 3 different selectable styles. You have the blinking style right here, where all the different Christmas lights actually blink on the skin. You have yourselves the always on style, where all of the lights stay on permanently no matter what. And then you have yourselves the off variant where none of the lights are actually on, and it's basically just the skin in its normal form. And as you can see up close, it is basically normal Bushranger, just kind of with a Santa Christmas themed version. And then of course, if you're curious what it looked like in the LEGO mode, when we actually equip it and go back to the play area, you can see how it looks like right here. Now some people have been mentioning how there's certain little bits and pieces that are different from this Bushranger to the normal Bushranger skin, such as the nose not actually having that little wooden piece in the middle right there, such as the feet at the bottom kind of just being, you know, that white snowy theme or whatever else, which doesn't really match how the feet on the original Bushranger was. But still, regardless of the slight differences here and there, we do know that the skin looks pretty nice, and it is oddly shiny when it comes to the head. I don't know if this is normal for normal Bushranger, but like the head just feels so shiny in the lobby. Now when it comes to the final 2 rewards for day 13, you're going to once again get another one of those old little banner icons, being the Slap Juice banner right here, entirely for free. Now this originally was going to actually be from, you know, a quest all the way back in Chapter 4 Season 3, but they decided to give it out to players for free, you know, for Winterfest. And for day 14, we are also going to be getting a old item that hasn't been ever released, that was in the file since Chapter 3 Season 3, which is the Bedside Nanner back bling. Now this is a back bling that I thought they were going to bundle with like a slumber bundle or something a long time ago when it first released, because of the fact that it's kind of got the blue and yellow theme that slumber typically has. So it is interesting to see how this is the final 14th day reward for you to actually obtain. But of course, even though we have some old items that never released and some new items being released to us, I do think that regardless of any of it, whether you think, oh, why are they giving us old stuff, or why are they giving us, you know, not that much new stuff or whatever, at the end of the day, they're all now officially being released for us to enjoy. And I do think the 2 skins right here are pretty nicely designed. I mean, even if you don't care about normal Battle Royale or Fortnite Festival, right, just seeing how they look in LEGO Fortnite, you know, with the Christmas theme, and I mean especially like the little box Christmas present right there, they definitely are skins I could see a lot of people kind of rocking in both of the modes. So I do gotta say, you know, props to Epic Games for at least giving us some free skins and stuff, regardless of what you feel, if, you know, we should have got this beforehand, or if we should have gotten this, you know, with only new rewards that weren't in the game since like Chapter 3 or whatever else. And with that said, hope champs and champions enjoyed today's YouTube video. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below regarding all the rewards and all the quests. And let me tell you, getting all these quests set up was a pain, because like every other time I launched the private server, this right here, the bonus goals, would not work. It would just break for some reason. It was a pain, it was a headache, but we finally got it done. And as a little bit of a bonus, if you watch this far in the video, something I will also mention is that originally there were going to be 4 bonus goals. There was going to be a goal for completing 5 quests, 10 quests, and 19 quests. If we did the 5 and 10 quests, you're going to be getting a lot more XP, but it appears that that has been scrapped, and they're just going to give you the pickaxe and the free level up token instead. So that is something to kind of notice about the files, is that originally there was going to be even more quests, and they were originally going to also include playing creative mode into the whole entire quest line, you know, the whole entire like playtime XP or whatever else, for you to earn more XP. So, you know, it's interesting to see how some of the things got scrapped as they continue developing this type of feature for Winterfest 2023, but it should be starting anytime between tomorrow and the 16th, so be prepared to kind of have some winter fun in the game and enjoy all of the different modes. Until next time, I'll catch you champs and champettes a little bit later with another upload, and peace out.